I'm here with these three young men, and we're here at Youth with a Mission. And we just went to a Greek Orthodox service, and it was the first or second time going. So, how was it? What did you learn? Experience that was new or different? How was your perspective changed?
Steve. It just kind of brought a deeper sense of worship in their language, more than just what I'm used to or what I know as worship, and it kind of opened up this new door. So, and I felt like the Lord was like, I have this word for this girl, go tell her. And I said, okay. I don't know if that's really allowed here, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, fine. So I said, it's very ear-pleasing to God to hear you sing. And so what she ended up saying after that, there was 10 seconds of silence, and she just kind of looked at me for a moment. And so I didn't know what to think at first, but then she said, you have no idea how encouraging that is. That, like, we usually just kind of do it to do it, and it doesn't really, sometimes it doesn't hit home. But what tonight, because of what you've told me, it's kind of relit the fire for chanting.
That's awesome.
And singing and worshiping.
Awesome. Tonight we had for the first time in my life, I went to a Catholic Mass at MIT, and I'm from an Assemblies of God Pentecostal, very loud, boisterous church. But I've never been in anything quite like what I was in tonight. It was incredible. The only thing I can tell you really is that Jesus was in the place. God was there, and the presence of God was there. I've never experienced anything like that. Watching like the Eucharistic adoration, it was just a sense of the holiness of God and the sacrifice of Christ and what was going on in heaven when Jesus gave his life. The whole thing was amazing. I've never seen anything like this.
Hi, my name is Cleo, and I attend Martyr Fellowship Church in Brookline. I had the chance to participate in UniteBoston, and so for me, it really stretched me to see that God is active and He's moving in Boston, outside of just my normal daily routine in my church or the people that I kind of fellowship with, but He's moving just all across the city.
Hey everyone, my name's Aaron Sipley, and I just want to share about an experience I had recently that really changed my heart and kind of broadened my perspective of the church and of God Himself. It was hearing a message by an Episcopalian priest just a few weeks ago, and he was just sharing about his love of Jesus. And this guy, his love for Jesus was just so evident through his life and through what he was sharing, and his understanding of Christ and the Eucharist and baptism, and just sharing things about our faith that a lot of times, me as someone who grew up in a non-denominational denomination or grew up non-denominational, some of these things like baptism or the Eucharist, a lot of times I don't put much thought into. Even communion, don't put much thought into it. But he was just explaining our faith and explaining his love for Christ in a very kind of new and dynamic way that just opened up my eyes to the fact that, really simply, that people of all these different denominations, even when they're the ones that are foreign to us, they love Jesus. It's not just me and my denomination that really loves Jesus or really fully understands Him or what it means to follow Him, but that God is just really big. He's really big, and I think each denomination has a facet of God that they are showing to the world and that they're showing to the greater body of Christ. That my understanding and perspective of the church as a whole, the body of Christ, was shifted because I just realized, I don't need to judge them because they do things differently than me. Goodness, they love Christ and I love Christ. Let's walk together in this, and let's focus on what we have in common, our love for Jesus Christ.